Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, which I'm assuming you are, go ahead, like, subscribe, and stick around to enjoy. So, today we are doing a World War II mock, and this mock represents the Battle of, um, Ortona. Almost forgot it there for a second, but no. This mock represents the Battle of Ortona. And for those of you who don't know, which I'm guessing that's most of you, Ortona was a battle that took place in, Ortona, Italy in 1943, so I guess it would be considered part of the Mediterranean campaign. So this took place in 1943, so yes, the Gewehr 43s in here would be accurate, unlike my Crete video, which was horrendous. And yeah, so I guess let's just get right into the details of the mock. So as you can see, large street battles. You can see my Canadian forces. Yeah, I forgot to say, this battle took place between the Canadians and the Germans, part of the Commonwealth forces and Canadians. But yeah, let's get into the actual battle. Get a better view for you guys there. Apologize for that. But you can see this a lot better now. You can see some of the furniture over there. Can't really help that. This table is kind of close to a desk. But so just off the bat, you'd see a crumbled street. And actually, the reason why this doesn't go with the rest of the street is because this is part of a different mock that I'm working on. I just didn't have enough street to finish this, because I'm using all my street to make that other mock, and this was just a tiny little filler mock. But yeah, I guess we could just start off with this sort of attempt on a Sherman tank I made. And notice how I say attempt instead of, just Sherman tank, because it's kind of a Sherman tank. It doesn't really look like one exactly. I mean, the turret is barely accurate. I guess the chassis is somewhat accurate. And then you have that nice star on the front, a 30-30 on the back. And a gasoline can and a really nice tiled piece right there. I've always liked that piece. That came in, I think, like a Harry Potter set a million years ago. Fix that. And yeah, I know the Canadians would technically be using a Firefly, but I didn't really have any time to convert this into a Firefly because the turret is kind of delicate, really complicated, and I would have had to add that block in the back where the 17-pounder would have recoiled into, so that would have been kind of troublesome. So I just left it as a regular Sherman, tiny little inaccuracy. If you guys don't mind too much. And then you just have this sort of wall back here, I guess, that would connect into backyards of these houses. And then comes this first crumbled house, all crumbled out, mortar fire, bombing, things like that. A large amount of boards all over the ground, which may be from a bomb or like possibly a tank shooting the building out. Leave it up to your imagination. You've got this Canadian soldier with his Sten gun. For some reason, I've always liked the Sten gun, even though it's pretty hideous. I've always liked it. It's been interesting. You have this. Looking through my camera, I have this British gunner with a modern combat vest. Although, since he wasn't going to be shown much, I decided it wouldn't matter all that much if he did have a World War II vest or a modern combat vest. You're not really even going to pay much attention to that guy. But you just have some more Canadian forces. Sorry about the dog. I cannot help what my animal does, but you've got some more Canadian soldiers trying to shoot at the Germans, and then a really nice effect is some newspaper scattered about. You have one there, and then one kind of over there. The abandoned bicycle, like some sort of Italian boy was kind of riding along, and then the bomb raid sirens went off, and then they all kind of had to go for cover. So yeah, you've got these two Canadian soldiers running out of the building, one with his Bren gun, the other with his trusty old Enfield. Always did like the Enfield. And you just got a nice long table, dining table of sorts. And a bunch of supplies, just some ration cans, bottles. A little tiny cart back here, which would be used for, I guess, moving produce, hay bales, anything like that the Italian people of this town would need. Sorry about that. And this, like, really nice little MG34 stand. That looks nice. I just used a bunch of hands I wasn't using, and then droid body. And it was pretty easy, and it looks really nice. So you've got these soldiers back here. Well, you've got one soldier and one officer taking cover behind this wall. These decals got the pirate head, respect to Mr. Pearljack, and then you have this officer pulling his cap down with his M1917, which I guess kind of looks like a Webley, so that would work. You have just a mouse, kind of, really like a rat. It's cat-sized proportion of these minifigures. Depending on who you are, that would either be terrifying or adorable. A mouse the size of a house cat. Yeah, you've got my British medic that was on camera at the beginning of the video. It looks really nice. Doesn't have a medic patch on his helmet, but he does on his arm and on his medic kit. That looks nice. And you have this German soldier who was kind of manning the MG34. Got shot in the back by some of these Canadians. I keep wanting to say Brits. I think I did say Brits once. Got shot in the back by one of the Canadian soldiers who's on his MG. And then you have another one back here. I used some sand green parts. I got really lucky at Bricklink. They had a bunch of sand green stuff, so I got as many of those as I could. You have a sort of a German medic station back there. He has the medic patch on his helmet, and then German soldier kind of screaming in agony. If you could see his face. You got a, I guess what will be Grenadier, like Waffen SS maybe, just because the camouflage. Walking out there with his STG-44. Or in this case, it would be an MP-43, because the STG-44 has gone by a lot of names. Originally it was MP-44, or originally it was MP-43, then it was MP-44, and they changed it to STG-44, Sturmgewehr. Yeah, so you got just a crate of gasoline cans, because the Germans would be supplying their vehicles and tanks here. And I guess like a bombshell must have hit. Definitely not a hand grenade, not really a tank. You just have this soldier. Jeez. Knocked over somebody's car 98. That beautiful decal. Showing you guys is definitely worth knocking car 98 on the floor. I'll just pick that up after the video. I don't know where that went. And then that takes us to, I guess, like the main steeple of this, which would be the building. It would be an Italian person's home. You can see they've got a cabinet. They were playing solitaire, if they even played that. I don't know if they had cards. It's repurposed into more of like a mortar pit, because you can see he has his mortar, 80mm mortar, and then his shells kind of taking cover. Dropped around in, and then there's just some German soldiers kind of peeking out the window. Shooting at some Brits. Canadians, not Brits. That's about it for this video, so if you guys enjoyed, go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.